What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to Sunday night's late night agenda. Now, let me just clear a little something up before we get stuck into the context of tonight's video. It wasn't me that wanted to bring back up you know who. It wasn't me that wanted to sit here tonight and speak to you about you know who. But I do have a duty to inform our audience of any updates regarding you know who and any other players that Liverpool are looking to bring in. So without further ado, I'm about to start talking about you know who. And that's right, I take great satisfaction in sitting here preparing the I told you so tour and the I told you so banner. But let's get stuck into speaking about you know who. Right, so look, Jacques Talbot has been tweeting today and he mentioned two specific things about Liverpool's pursuit of Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund. Firstly, he said, Bellingham info. Here Liverpool had been chatting to Dortmund and Jude for ages. Why, folks, that's almost like it's exactly what I've been saying. BVB want Jude to sign a new deal. His current one ends in 2025. But the new deal would have an £80 million release clause for next summer because Jude said that he wanted Liverpool this summer. We move on. The second post regarding Jude Bellingham from Jack Talbot said, Borussia Dortmund want to extend Jude's contract with an 80 million release clause. Liverpool did make an offer a bit higher than £85 million because they knew that Bellingham wanted Liverpool. Now, it's not me saying this, although I have been saying exactly that for 16 or 17 months now, and if you're asking me for my honest assessment, and I'm not going to bang on about it because I do realise there are a mix of people watching this video. Some people like me are very excited about the prospect of maybe this not being over. But there are other Liverpool fans who want to move on, and that's understandable. But I do feel like there are twists and turns left to go in this because, and I can't say this clearly enough, the player really, really wants to come and play for Liverpool. Ask yourselves this. We were told for weeks building up to the Liverpool walking away announcement that Jude's future would be decided very quickly and very soon. Has anything happened since Liverpool have walked away? Why do you think that may be? There's no shortage of interest from your Real Madrids, your Manchester Cities, your PSGs, but the player's wishes are very clear. He wants the next stage in his development to be under Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. And our owners, being the tight-fisted clowns that they are, well, they want to try and drag this out a little bit longer. They want to try and get Jude Bellingham for a reduced fee. And if we have to wait 1 year, and if Liverpool get him for 80 million next year, I think that would be a sizable saving of about 50 million quid. Now, that doesn't change the business that we need to do in this window. And with that in mind, one player who's been catching lots of people's eyes has been Kefren Thuram. Playing at Nice, obviously, he has many of the attributes that we would expect and want from a midfielder at Liverpool, especially under Jurgen Klopp. He's 6'3", very physical, not afraid of a duel, and of course comes from great stock, his father being a World Cup winner. He's one that really has started to come up on more message boards, fan bases, sort of creeping into the media a little bit, but I do feel like there could be something to this. No idea of a fee, no idea of much about the kid other than what I've just said, to be honest with you, because I don't watch much French football. So again, I'm looking for your help in this Kefren Thuram stuff. Would you like him at Liverpool, and what type of fee do you think it would take? I'm going to move on now to a bit of bad news, I'm afraid. So as much as I'm trying to walk away from the you-know-who stuff, and I keep getting dragged back in, there is one centre-back that we've been linked to for a long time who it does look like we have walked away from, and that is the one that you're all fearing I'm about to say, Josko Gvardiol. The reason being, an £80 million valuation from Leipzig. We don't need a centre-back that badly. I know there are going to be people replying to this video saying Craig Van Dijk's fallen off a cliff, he's not as good as he once was, Canade's grand, Matip could be leaving, and yes, we do need a centre-back. I was very surprised, as I've mentioned many times, to hear Neil Jones of Goal saying that Liverpool, or his sources at Liverpool, have told him that there's no interest in Ndika. And again, taking Neil at face value, there's no reason to tell a lie. And maybe Liverpool have briefed that, but I can't help but feel he's the type of centre-back we should be looking for. Now, there are many other options. Colwill doesn't look like Chelsea want to let him go. there's an article stating that fact today. As much as Chelsea do have to sell players, he's one that I think any new manager coming in, if it's Pochettino or somebody else, would probably want to work with. So the search probably continues for a centre-back, unless, of course, there's a deal done or something in the works that we just don't know about yet, that maybe the media don't know about yet. Plenty of other options out there. There's the kid Inacio from Sporting Lisbon. I haven't seen much updated on the Benfica kid, Silva, who is very highly regarded, but I haven't seen much about him in all honesty. So I do think maybe the centre-back search is going to be one that's conducted quietly. It's probably not the sexiest of signings we're going to make, specifically because it's not going to be like a midfield signing where we know we need 2 or 3 new midfielders to come in and really galvanise the team and get us ready for next season. The centre-back will probably be a third choice, so not as sexy really, but still worth mentioning. I want to move on to one that really did catch my eye today, and when I say caught my eye, I mean really made my jaw drop hitting the floor. 90 Min have said that Liverpool are expected to hold talks with representatives of Mateo Kovacic. This is an interesting one. He's 28 years of age and he's got 12 months to go on his Chelsea contract. And he could very well be one of those players that Chelsea look to sacrifice in the summer. Now, I'm not saying that Liverpool are going to sign him, that Liverpool should sign him, but I will openly admit to saying that when he signed for Chelsea from Real Madrid, I thought it was a silly signing and I completely underestimated the guy. He is far better than I ever gave him credit for. And, you know, if we do want to win a certain competition that we probably won't be winning next year because we probably won't be in it, you need a Croatian in your team. So let me know your thoughts. He's a great football player. I just don't know about the age bracket. 28 years of age. Doesn't really seem like a Liverpool signing, and if we're going to go to Chelsea to fight it out for Mason Mount, and that's the next story, because it feels like his wages could be a problem for prospective employers or for interested clubs. Now, this article really confused me. So the headline of the article is Mason Mount's salary demands the biggest problem, and it's from Florian Plettenberg of Sky Germany. Now, the reason that I find the article a bit confusing is that he goes on to say the biggest problem is his salary demands. Understand that there are demands from around €5 million to €15 million a year. That's quite a big differential there, isn't it? So 100 grand a week to 300 grand a week. So who's he willing to play for 100 grand a week, and who's he looking for 300 grand a week for? It's a very strange article for me and it doesn't really make much sense. It goes on about Manchester City, Liverpool and Manchester United, of course, being interested in Mason. And if City really want them, and as far as I'm concerned, they can have him. Particularly if you're talking about 250 or 300 grand a week. I'm fine with Mason Mount coming into Liverpool if Jurgen Klopp wants him. But I'm also fine with him not coming to Liverpool and us looking elsewhere. Let me know your thoughts on Mason Mount. Would you be excited if he came to Liverpool? Where do you think he'll end up? And that's pretty much it today with regards to the updates. Mohamed Salah, of course, has equalled Robbie Fowler's record of 6th place, I think, of the all-time greats of Liverpool. And I think it is about time that we start to really appreciate Mo right now. I'm somebody that blows hot and cold on Mo depending on his form, but look, that's how fandom is. But I do appreciate his greatness, and I do think we are witnessing a very special player at a very special club in a very special moment in time. And whatever happens with Mo, if he does start to decline or slow down, we cannot argue about his record of goals for the club. It's been quite simply sensational. So look, today's result for Newcastle against Spurs probably puts the kibosh on Liverpool's Champions League ambitions, but with both Manchester clubs now being in the FA Cup final, if there is any upside to that for us, it means that it's most likely going to give an extra Europa League place in the Premier League table, because of course the winner of the FA Cup gets a place in the Europa League, and it looks like both Manchester clubs will get that place in the Champions League, so via the league. So there you go. Looks like 6th will be enough to get into the Europa League. The way things are looking, I feel like Liverpool have every right to try and get 5th place. And, as a purely selfish thought, Europa League final in Dublin next summer. If we are to win it and get back into the Champions League and get into pot 1, doing it in Dublin, from a very selfish perspective for me, would be rather nice. So look, that is our roundup for today. Don't forget, we will be back tomorrow as well. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do drop a like on the video. And again, I tried not to talk about him. I did my best, but the ammunition is there, so got to do what I got to do. Much love, my friends. Talk to you soon.